Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly free? Not free because you had a day off, not free because nobody bothered you for a few hours, but free because nothing could touch your peace. Think about it. How often do you let someone's words ruin your mood? How often do you let a small setback ruin your whole day? How often do you carry other people's problems like they are your own? Until you're exhausted and drained. And the worst part, you don't even notice it happening. You just accept it like that's how life is supposed to be. But it's not. That's the trap. That's how the world keeps you stuck, distracted, reactive, tired, chasing things that don't matter, while your real power slips through your fingers. Today, I'm going to tell you something most people will never hear in their entire life. The most powerful skill you can build is the ability to be unbothered. When you master this, you stop being controlled by chaos. You stop being pulled by opinions. You stop giving discounts on your peace of mind. And what you gain in return is clarity, focus, and unstoppable momentum. This isn't about being cold. It's not about being numb. It's about stepping into a level of control where nothing outside of you decides who you are or how you live. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll walk away with a mindset shift so strong it will change how you handle every challenge, every critic, every storm life throws at you. So, if you're ready to stop breaking every time the world pushes, keep watching, because by the end, you won't just hear words, you'll feel untouchable. You know why most people lose their peace so quickly? Because they confuse being unbothered with being passive. They think calmness means weakness, but let me tell you the truth. Being unbothered is not about ignoring reality. It's about mastering yourself inside that reality. It's about building such a strong foundation that outside noise can't shake you. That's strength. That's discipline. That's power. Think about it. Anyone can get angry. Anyone can clap back. Anyone can explode when they feel attacked. That's easy. That's human nature. But not everyone can hold their center when provoked. Not everyone can look at chaos and say, I choose peace over reaction. That takes real strength. Because it's not your emotions running the show. It's you. The unbothered person doesn't mean they don't feel. They feel it, they hear the insult, they notice the disrespect, they see the distraction, but they don't hand over their control. They refuse to let someone else dictate their mood, their energy, their direction, and that refusal is where power lives. Imagine this: someone throws words at you, hoping you'll break, hoping you'll react, hoping they can control your state of mind. If you snap, they win. If you crumble, they win. But if you stay steady, calm, focused, unshaken, they lose their grip. They realize you're not on their string, you're not a puppet, you're a force, and here's the deeper layer. Psychology tells us that emotional regulation, the ability to manage what we feel and how we express it, is one of the highest indicators of success. It predicts better relationships, stronger leadership, greater resilience. Why? Because when you're unbothered, you're not wasting energy fighting battles that don't matter. You're conserving strength for the ones that do. Philosophers knew this centuries ago. The Stoics taught that our power is not in controlling the world, but in controlling how we respond to it. And if you pay attention, every truly great leader, every person who stands out, has this quality. They may be under fire, they may be misunderstood, they may be doubted, but they remain unbothered. That doesn't mean detached, it means clear, it means focused, it means too grounded to be pulled off balance by noise. Being unbothered is not about shutting the world out, it's about filtering the world correctly. It's about choosing which voices, which opinions, which moments deserve your reaction. And here's the truth: not everything deserves one. Not every insult deserves an answer. Not every critic deserves your time. Not every storm deserves your fear. So the next time someone tries to rattle you, remember this: reacting is giving away your power. Resisting the urge to react is how you reclaim it. That's not weakness, that's mastery. Because at the end of the day, the strongest person in the room is not the loudest, not the angriest, not the one trying hardest to prove a point. The strongest person is the one who remains unbothered, and that's who you're training yourself to become. Your energy is your currency, and most people are broke because they spend it on the wrong things. They spend it arguing with people who will never change. They spend it trying to convince others to see their worth. They spend it replaying conversations in their heads, handing over hours of focus to people who don't even matter. And then they wonder why they feel drained, why they can't move forward, why life feels heavier than it should. Protecting your energy and guarding your peace is not a luxury, it's survival. It's not about being selfish, it's about being strategic. If you don't control where your energy flows, someone else will. And here's the truth: most people don't want your peace, they want your reaction. Because your reaction feeds them. But when you refuse to give it, when you keep your peace intact, you starve the negativity that thrives on your attention. Think about it. Every single time you get pulled into gossip, every single time you chase validation, every single time you fight battles that don't move you forward, you're handing out pieces of yourself. You're making withdrawals from an account that should be invested in your growth, your purpose, your vision. And the irony: the people who drain you the most usually have nothing to give back. They're not building you, they're not supporting you, they're not elevating you. They're just taking. Now let's go deeper. Psychology shows us that our nervous system reacts to stress the same way, whether it's real danger or just perceived drama. That means when you let little things get under your skin, when you allow small conflicts to hijack your emotions, your body burns energy as if you're fighting for your life. No wonder people are exhausted. No wonder peace feels rare. It's because they've handed over their nervous system to every small distraction that comes their way. But here's the good news: peace can be trained. Guarding your energy is a skill. It starts with recognizing the difference between what's urgent and what's important. Most of what demands your attention is urgent for someone else, but irrelevant to your path. You don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. You don't have to answer every call of drama. You don't have to pick up every weight that isn't yours to carry. Philosophers like Epictetus said that no man is free who is not master of himself. That mastery includes mastering what you give your energy to. Because when you protect your peace, you create space for clarity, space for focus, space for growth. And in that space, you become unstoppable. So the next time you feel pulled to react, pause and ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Is this worth draining the very energy I need to build the life I want? If the answer is no, then you already know what to do. Guard your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. Being unbothered isn't just about surviving negativity. It's about becoming unstoppable. When you reach that level of control where the noise no longer dictates your movement, you step into a new dimension of power. And here's the part most people miss. Unbothered doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care so deeply about the right things that the wrong things can't distract you. Life is always going to test you. People are always going to have opinions. Situations will always arise that try to pull you out of character. But the person who is unbothered has something most people never find: clarity. They see the distraction for what it is. They understand that every moment wasted in reaction is a moment stolen from creation. And when you stop reacting, you start creating. Creating better choices, creating better habits, creating better outcomes. Look at the people you admire, the ones who seem untouchable. They're not untouchable because nothing happens to them. They're untouchable because nothing stops them. They've built an inner fortress, and that fortress isn't built from ignoring life. It's built from mastering response. They move with intention, not impulse, and that's why they keep winning, even in the middle of storms. Here's what's fascinating from a psychological standpoint. Resilience isn't about never falling, it's about how quickly you get back up. But when you're unbothered, you don't just get back up, you barely fall at all. Because instead of spending days, weeks, or months dwelling on setbacks, you keep moving. You adapt, you adjust, you grow, and that momentum becomes your greatest weapon. Philosophy has been saying this for centuries. The Stoics believed the obstacle is the way, not something to avoid, but something to move through. Being unbothered doesn't mean you pretend obstacles don't exist. It means you walk straight through them, focused, steady, grounded. And in doing so, you transform resistance into progress. Think about it. When you're reactive, you burn energy sideways. When you're unbothered, you channel energy forward. That's the difference between being stuck in the same cycles and breaking free into a life you actually want. And here's the ultimate truth: unbothered people are magnetic. Why? Because in a world where everyone is quick to argue, quick to defend, quick to fight for approval, the one who stays calm, clear, and focused stands out. They become a leader without even trying. People trust them, people follow them, because strength in silence speaks louder than strength in shouting. So if you want to be unstoppable, stop feeding the noise. Stop pouring your energy into battles that don't build you. Stand steady in who you are, stay focused on where you're going, and let the world throw whatever it wants. You'll still be moving forward, because at the end of the day, storms only look powerful until they meet someone who refuses to be moved. That someone can be you.